Welcome to Extra Perspective. I'm your host, Reginald Fitzroy. There are no small parts, only small actors. A quote attributed to Konstantin Stanislavski, considered to be the father of modern acting, and one that I've brought into every role in my career. I have been working in the industry for nigh on 40 years now, and I have worked in such productions as Back to the Future, Braveheart, and I even co-starred with Sirs Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen in the stage production of Waiting for Godot. Which is why I've started this little series. Being that I've been involved with all these productions, I have stories from my time working between the scenes of these famous films. Stories that you will not find in the run-of-the-mill director's commentary. I give you the raw, unpolished, unrestricted truth from behind the scenes. I give you the extra perspective. Today's film to discuss is Christopher Nolan's Inception, released in 2010. Filming began in June 2009, where I was personally asked in a group email to join the production for no more than 3 days. Personal transportation required. I was driven by my flatmate to Pinewood Studio in London at 3 a.m. for the princely sum of £97 a day. Leonardo DiCaprio stars as Dom Cobb, a thief with the rare ability to enter people's dreams and steal secrets from their subconscious. His skill has made him a hot commodity in the world of corporate espionage, but has also cost him everything he loves. Cobb gets a chance at redemption when he is offered a seemingly impossible task: plant an idea in someone's mind. If he succeeds, it'll be the perfect crime. But a dangerous enemy anticipates Cobb's every move. I caught up with Leo at the craft service table between scenes to discuss the finer points of acting, and share with him my screenplay, Only by Blood, to which he deemed to be nice. Full statement being, that's nice. And I'm sure would have been expanded upon, but an assistant director yelled at me and escorted me back to the craft service area for background artistes. With it being already 4 p.m. in the day, all the individually wrapped pain au chocolat were gone, and I had no more use for it. We were shooting the concurrent dream collapsing scenes in the same studio with stages next door to each other, as Christopher wanted everything to feel imminent, so this was all shot on the same day. Oh, fun fact, I was actually the guy in the first take that debris falls on. I'd gotten mixed up with the stuntman by mistake, and I ended up with a lot of dust in my eyes, which had to be flushed out, so I was replaced for that one. The upside was I was kept in holding with an adorable trainee AD called Hannah. Quite young, but I imagine she has a wonderful career ahead of her. She still hasn't seen my follow request on Instagram. It was later on I managed to snag a copy of the sides for the day, and found myself in Video Village so I could follow along with the action. Interior. Filthy bathroom. Continues. Nash turns to Cobb, raises his hand, and smacks him across the face. Cut to interior, grand staircase, castle, night. Cobb is smashed sideways off his feet. Interior, dining room, castle, night. The ceiling cracks above Saito. He looks up as a ton of stone floods down, crushing him, and we cut to interior, dilapidated hotel room. Day, Saito's eyes flicker open, awake, continuous. Nash smacks Cobb again. Nash, he won't wake! Continuous. Arthur, crouched by Saito, connects the second tube. Arthur, dunk him. A click. Arthur looks up to find Saito with a gun to his head. Continuous. Nash puts his hand on Cobb's forehead and pushes him backwards. As Cobb starts to fall backwards in the chair, we are in slow-mo. And we cut to interior, grand staircase, Japanese castle. Cobb, full speed, picks himself up, scrambling to read the last sheet of paper. He stares at it, puzzled. Bullets hit around him as the guards race up the stairs. And we cut to Cobb, in slow-mo, hits the water, head thrashing as he goes under. And we cut to interior, grand staircase. Cobb glances up from the paper as water explodes in through all the windows, flooding the entire hall. Cobb is swamped by water, spun in all directions at once. Turns out we didn't film this part. And he pulls deeper, or for the surface, we can't tell. He breaks the surface, gasping for air in the bathtub, in the interior, filthy bathroom. Day, Cobb's awake, gulping air, getting his bearings. Saito smashes into the room, knocking Nash down. Cobb launches himself out of the tub. Across the room, Cobb's fist connects with Saito's jaw, and the struggle is over.
He's out!
They didn't enjoy me reading aloud in Video Village. It was at that point I piped up and told Christopher that a better line instead of "he's out" would be if Cobb said, "the motherfucker is out," because that would give him a cooler, leading man energy. I was let go early that day, which, seeing as my roommate wouldn't be able to collect me until later, seemed a bit of a waste. The next day we got to go in location, and I was there for my big scene with scene with
Academy Award-winning
Leonardo DiCaprio and
Elliot
Page. There were a few takes where I had to walk in to take my seat next to them, but I buggered that up after a few takes, so they just began the scene with me in situ, as we say in the biz. And yes, that may seem silly, but I dare you try walking while 80 people stare at you, and you see how not retarded you come off as.
Now, in a dream, our mind continuously does this. We create and perceive our world simultaneously, and our mind does this so well that we don't even know what's happening. That allows us to get right in the middle of that process.
How?
By taking over the creating part. Now, this is where I need you. You create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their subconscious.
How could I ever acquire enough detail to make them think that it's reality?
Well, dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something is actually strange. Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning of the dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess, yeah.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it, Ariadne. How did you get here? Where are you right now?
We're dreaming?
You're actually in the middle of the workshop right now, sleeping. This is your first lesson in shared dreaming. Stay calm.
Oh, fun fact. Just like Ridley Scott with the chest bear scene in Alien, Nolan didn't actually tell anyone that the street was rigged to blow in slow motion, so we could get that authentic reaction. Well, I wasn't ready for it anyway. After that scene, I had been featured too prominently, so I had no more filming days on that production. So that's my entire involvement with the movie, and no more stories. Oh, I did use the bathroom directly after Tom Hardy. Big guy, big poos. And